Nearly 40 million Americans suffer from migraines. Joining us now is Dr. Jennifer Buchner, Director of the Comprehensive Stroke Center at Jupiter Medical Center and Director of Neurologist at Comprehensive Neurology of the Palm Beaches. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. And can you tell us, first and foremost, the basics? What is a migraine?
Sure. Well, thank you for having me. So a migraine is a headache, typically one-sided. It can be associated with pulsating, sensitivity to light, sound, and sometimes nausea or vomiting.
Who is affected by these migraines?
Surprisingly, as you said at your intro, there's about 40 million Americans who have migraine. In fact, it's the second leading cause of disability in the United States. But because it's something that goes unnoticed many times, because it's sort of a silent condition, it's not something that people really talk about or really are that aware of.
And how does stress and other triggers affect the brain to cause migraines?
There's millions of triggers in migraines, and probably the ones we see most commonly, and I would say specifically in this pandemic, would be things like stress, poor sleeping, things that have been really common in recent months. Other things like dietary triggers. So I encourage all my patients to keep a log and try to figure out what's causing their headaches specifically, because triggers are different for different people.
And what are the lifestyle choices that may help manage migraine attacks?
As I mentioned, some of the things that can cause it would be poor sleep or stress. So it's really important that people exercise, that people encourage that they are sleeping well.
What's the latest FDA-approved acute treatment for migraine for adults?
So the newest treatments, particularly Nurtec, which is the newest medication approved by the FDA, augments or affects the release of that chemical, CGRP. The nice thing about Nurtec is many of our migraine patients are busy, working, and they don't have time to tolerate side effects and things like that of older medications that we've had. So this is an orally disintegrating tablet, which is the ODT part in Nurtec. And what happens is you can take this without any water. It dissolves on your tongue. There's little side effect. In fact, there's only 2% nausea compared to placebo. And it doesn't keep people from, doing their job, being a mom, or doing any of the things that they need to do. So it's a really nice option to treat migraine. In most people, it works in about an hour, and the results can last up to 48 hours.
Dr. Buchner, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.